Greetings, friends. It's me, Al, and I realized that I didn't come on and show how I fire the kilns manually. Everything I do here with the updrafts is manual, and I fire based on sight, sound, and the shelf cone, right? So I put in shelf cones, and when those bend, it's time to shut the kiln down. So I just wanted to go over really quick for those who may not be used to firing manual, how I fire. There's a million ways to do this. This is just how I do it. And with loads of practice, I may even change this process later. But for the last 10 years, I've been firing updrafts and electric to gas updrafts and Olympic updrafts. And this is how I do it. So at first, I turn the burners on, just the burners, and the pilots. I mean the. I'm sorry, I messed up. At first, I put just the pilot ring on, and let that warm up for about an hour. Okay. After the first hour, I come out and I light the burners, just so they're like this, just so they're lit, just streaming nice like a candle, and no higher than the first row of bricks. Okay. So that is to warm it up at a nice even temperature and not have a temperature raised so fast that it blows things up, right? Other people may do this differently, but this is just how I do it. The next hour, the next turn up, so it'd be hour 1, 2, hour 3, you come back out, and you're gonna turn this up till it's a quarter of the way up the kiln. So let me go do that now. And it takes some adjusting, and you can hear it. So usually you can just hear the burners start to sing. And so this is hour 3. So run an hour like this. Okay, quarter of the way. And then hour 4, you're gonna go half the way. Let's see where we're at. So we can probably go a little bit more. See where that is. So it's a nice even stream. And then you'll run it for an hour like this. Then, your next turn up, your next hour, you're going to be like this. So it's breathing really good. You can hear that sound. And with the lid closed, it may be 3/4 of the way up the lid. I mean, the side. Okay? Now, the last turn up, you don't want the flame shooting high out of the lid. You just want the flame licking out of the top. So if this lid was closed, I turn this down. And if this lid was closed, about this intensity right here, flames would start to lick out the top, because this would be red heat, and your kiln would be well on its way to being fired. So I never go any higher than maybe a quarter of the way open. And when your lid is shut and the flame is licking out of the top gently, that's as far as I go until the cone drops. So that's just a little bit on how I fire the gas. So maybe I'll show this as an example if I can. I need to shut the kiln here, so let me shut this kiln. I was working on them, and let me set this here, and I'll shut this lid. It's not hot. Yeah, it's not too hot. So that makes a difference right there. You can see how much that flame comes up. So now we're gonna turn it up till it licks out of the top. I just want to show you an example. Okay, just a little bit more. So if you start to see smoke like this right here, I can tell that there is a lot of fuel inside that kiln. So I'm gonna back it off. If you see black smoke coming out, if you smell reduction, you would need to turn this down. This is way too high. So the highest probably I ever go is probably like right there. You got a nice even flame. With shelves in here, the flame would be licking out the top. Yeah, so as you can see, my dial here isn't even very far open. If I can hit focus, there it is. You can see, so if you want, you could even mark where those settings would be, or get a thickness marker so that you know how much to open the kiln every time. It will depend on your load, how much, and it may take longer based on how full your kiln is. So let's see if we can look under here and see. So your flames out of your burners should be blue, and they are. It means they're getting enough oxygen. And so I'm gonna shut this down. I just wanted to do an example of how this would be. Plus I wanted to warm it up some. So for the most part, that's how I do. Every kiln load, every time, bisque and glaze. If I feel that something needs to be dried out, I do a 2-hour warm-up with just the ring of the pilot ring on. If it's a glaze load, I do a warm-up 1 hour with the ring of the pilot lit. And then I go into that low burner just lit on hour 2. Okay? So I don't know if that was helpful. Hopefully it was. So take care, friends, and hopefully you enjoyed this. Okay, so what I wanted to do is come on really quick and show you the shelf setup. These are 21-inch shelves for this Olympic updraft, and I use all 21-inch shelves, full shelves. Now, you may use split shelves all the way up and stagger them to even out the heat. I never do. I just mess with the damper on the top if I need to even things out. And also in the other kiln, I have posts laying crossways to split that flame. But this little kiln here, the shorty, fires pretty nicely without anything special. So I always put the shelves so they fire correctly, the bottom shelf, about to the center of the bottom peephole. Alright, so there's the bottom peephole, and I can place a cone on there if I'd want. Mainly I just do a cone on the top and in the center. Reason is, some of these are hot bottoms, some of these are hot tops, and so if I bend a 5 down, I know that the bottom is a medium 5 and the top is probably a 6. So I mainly burn cone 5s fully down center on all of these, because the shelves are either a full cone or a half cone off from the bottom to the top. So you can see how I have that bottom shelf set in there. It's centered, and it's with 3 posts, and it's up to the first peephole. This other kiln that we were just firing, the shelf will be right here. So right here, the first shelf will start. On this kiln, yeah, I'll show you. See if I can lift this up. Yes, I have that about at the first peephole, and you can see those. You can see those posts laying across the burners to split that flame. This one is a hot top. This one is a hot top. This electric to gas is a hot bottom. If I run 15-inch shelves in this, it evens it out. But sometimes I run a 21 to fit more in. A lot of times I'll just run 2 shelves of mugs in there just to get them out. That's so I don't need to run the big kilns. But yeah, so that's how I have my setup. It seems like wasted space, but you don't want that bottom to be under fired. I know some with bisque, you know, they may set pots on the floor of the kiln. There's no hard rules in making work and firing kilns. As long as you're safe, you kind of make up your own methods through practice, right? All right. So take care and have a great day.